I'm trying long form video. I just think it'll be easier and we'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna cook some stuff. I'm about to make myself a little lunch, first of all. So I'll do that. I don't know, we'll just see where the day takes us. But first I'm gonna cook a bunch of tofu to make some spring rolls because I've been eating a lot of spring rolls. So this time I'm making like a big batch of tofu because I keep making it like I'll marinate some and then I'll just fry some of it when I want to make the spring rolls. But I think I'm just gonna marinate 2 blocks sliced tofu and bake it and then keep it frozen so that I can make it faster, you know? So it's weird to have the I know I'm gonna have to like edit this, but I'm scared. I just slice them like this. And then you can drain them. So I've just been slicing them, like cut the block in half and then just some like little strips like that. Yeah, like that. Like so. And I'm doing a double batch. And usually, like if I make spring rolls, I'll eat like half of a block of tofu. So this will make a good couple batches. Plus you can just eat them, like you don't have to make a spring roll. You can just have some tofu ready to go. This is gonna be, these are all gonna break up, I can tell right now. But that's okay. Okay, sauce. So I'm gonna do a little bit of dark soy sauce. Where's the hoisin? Okay, dark soy sauce and some hoisin. This is the part that I probably should have like mixed these together first because this is gonna be so thick. But we'll put that in there. And I'm gonna do a little sriracha. Yeah. I'm really scared. It's gonna like all fall apart. But it's fine. Well, I think it's mixing fine. I guess another thing, since I'm baking these, I'm gonna put a little oil just like in it. Because normally I'd marinate them, but then I would just like fry it in some oil. But like, I think that just makes the most sense. So let's try. I'll just use a little canola oil. That's probably okay. Although shaking it worked perfectly fine. This was cool. So now it's got oil on it, so maybe it'll actually crisp up in the oven. And I've got my oven preheating to about 400, and I have a tray lined with foil. So half of this fit on one tray. So I'm just gonna bake that, and I think I am just gonna fry these because I think it's gonna take a long time to bake the tofu because they're pretty thick. So I want lunch soon. So I'm just gonna fry these up. Plus the ones at the bottom stayed like way more intact. So they'll be nice little strips, and I'll just save the ones that I bake. Plus it's a little experimental. I've never made the strips like that. I haven't baked tofu in a long time. I used to do it every once in a while, but I just don't anymore. I usually just pan fry it. While the pan's preheating, I'm also gonna chop up some of my veg. So just have some green onion. I'm kind of slicing on the bias, so it's long. Got these, and just do like this much cucumber. How do I, okay. To get like little matchsticks, you cut it. You can do just rounds or you can cut it on the bias, but they'll be longer. So you take your piece like this. And you get little matchsticks. Cucumber is ready, scallion is ready, and then I just have a little bit of like spring mix left too. That's where I'm gonna fry it. So I'm gonna put some oil in the pan. Just coat it. And then cautiously add my tofu. Much of this at the bottom is like really broken up, so I think I'm gonna fry up the pieces that are solid, and then I'll just cook the rest into a nice little tofu slop. It'll still crisp up, it'll just be like pieces. Okay. The other thing you'll have to make for spring rolls is a delightful peanut dipping sauce. So what I've been putting in it lately, get yourself a little peanut butter and a little bit of fish sauce and then some hoisin. And I feel like I put something else in here. Oh, maybe something kind of sweet. I'm just gonna put like a tiny bit of maple syrup. Like that much. And also, why not a little sriracha? Yeah. And then we'll taste and see. I also usually will dilute it a little with some water. Oh, I'll probably put some vinegar in this too, like rice vinegar. Yeah, just like a little bit of vinegar. Okay, water is in there just to thin it out. Okay, that's dippable. If not a little loose, but that's okay. Now, let's check on my dang tofu. It looks like that on one side. It should come off relatively easy. If it's really stuck to the pan, you just need to like leave it on there for longer until it forms a nice crust, and then you kind of just like peel it off. So this is them flipped over. They're nice and brown. Yeah, I'm just gonna cook the other side. Okay, the tofu is done. Got these nice, crispy sauce little guys. They're really hot. I took them out of the pan. I just put them on the cutting board. Because I'm going to assemble my spring rolls. So I have a plate with some water. This is a rice paper. It's rice paper. You dunk it. I think what I've been doing lately is just, since I'm using cold water, you do kind of have to let it like sit in there for a second, but not super long. But if you use like warm water, you can just kind of like dunk it and then start assembling. Oh, I'll need a plate too. It doesn't need to be like super soft to wrap it, because once you take it out, it'll keep softening for a second. But the other day I did this and I feel like it needed a good like 30 seconds. But I've made them when they're like barely pliable and they turn out fine, and I've made them when they're like super soaked and those also turn out fine. They're just like, they'll kind of fold in on themselves a little bit when you're trying to wrap them up, but they get nice and stickable. The rice paper, put it down. Take like a couple pieces of tofu, like that much. And we'll do the cukes, and we'll do the green onion, lettuce in there. And you just wrap them up like a burrito. Like you fold in the sides. If you can pick it up, make sure everything is like inside of it. And then you fold this side. And then you take the bottom. Make sure everything is staying contained. And you wrap it all the way over, like so. And then I just make sure the little corners are like tucked in on the inside. And roll it. And that's a spring roll. So I'm just gonna make as many as will fit. So maybe I'll speed this up. Yay! Got my spring rolls and my dipping sauce. So we dip it. Yum!